Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into an old coffee jar of loose change, and pulling out a simple copper penny, only to realize it's worth over $1.1 million. Sounds unreal, right? But that's exactly what's happening for a lucky few across the United States who stumbled upon one specific coin, the 2004 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny with a rare error. This is not just any ordinary penny. This is a life-changing find, one that collectors and investors are chasing with growing intensity. Now let me ask you a quick question. When was the last time you checked your pocket change? Most people overlook pennies, thinking they're worthless, but this one little cent could flip your financial story overnight. In this video, we're diving deep into why this penny is so valuable, how to spot it, and why the demand for rare error coins like this is absolutely exploding. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn might just change your future. Back in 2004, something strange happened during the coin production process. A small batch of Lincoln Memorial pennies was released without a mint mark, which normally indicates where the coin was made, like D4 Denver or P4 Philadelphia. But what makes this no mint mark coin stand out isn't just the absence of the letter. It's the specific die error found on a select few of these coins. These rare mistakes are incredibly hard to come by, and when they do appear, collectors go wild, and here's where it gets exciting. Some of these coins also exhibit doubling, unusual rim characteristics, and off-center strikes. One verified error coin was recently valued at $1.1 million at a private auction. That's not clickbait, that's cold hard cash. And demand is only going up because collectors, investors, and even hedge funds are treating rare coins as hard assets in a turbulent economy. Think of it like this: while others are staring at stock tickers, you could be holding $1 million penny in your hand. By the way, if you're thinking, oh, I've already checked my change, check again. And again. People are literally selling these finds from junk drawers, glove compartments, and old piggy banks. It's like playing the lottery, but without the ticket price. If you're still using a penny as a screwdriver to open a battery compartment, you might be destroying your retirement plan. Seriously, and now here comes the cliffhanger. What if your 2004 penny has this exact error and you throw it away, never knowing its value? What if someone else finds it and becomes a millionaire while you keep waiting for that perfect moment to look into your collection? These coins are not just rare, they're getting rarer by the day as collectors scoop them up. And once they're in private collections, they're gone. Off the market. Scarcity drives value, and right now, this market is on fire. Dealers are constantly scanning coin shows, estate sales, and even online marketplaces just to get their hands on one. You could be the next big sale story, but only if you act.so. Here's your next step: go through your pennies, especially your 2004s. Look for any that don't have a mint mark and show unusual designs or doubling. If you're unsure, consult a professional grader or reach out to certified numismatic experts. You don't need a massive coin collection to strike it rich. Sometimes, just one coin can change everything, and if you found this video helpful, inspiring, or even a little bit shocking, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This channel is your gateway to discovering hidden coin treasures that could unlock real wealth. We're building a community of people just like you, smart, curious, and ready to take action. Don't let this opportunity slip into someone else's pocket. Your $1 million penny might be closer than you think. Now, before you toss that penny aside or spend it on a coffee, ask yourself this: what if you've been walking around with a fortune in your pocket and didn't even know it? This isn't just about a coin, it's about a missed opportunity, a rare key to financial freedom that many overlook. You're about to uncover the secret behind the mysterious and highly valuable 1993 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, and how it's flipping lives upside down across America. The 1993 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It's a legendary error in American minting history. In a year where most pennies were stamped with either a D4 Denver or a P4 Philadelphia, a very limited batch skipped this entirely. This wasn't intentional, oh no. This was a fluke, a moment of human error in the US Mint that resulted in a small number of coins lacking the identifying mark. And when it comes to coin collecting, errors like these are not flaws, they're treasures. Collectors aren't just interested in perfection, they crave rarity, and the 1993 no-mint Mark penny delivers that in abundance. With the number of these error coins possibly less than a few hundred in circulation, their value has exploded. One verified specimen recently fetched a jaw-dropping $1.2 million at auction. Yes, the demand is that high and growing. Wealthy collectors are now in bidding wars just to get their hands on one. And if you're thinking, why should I care about some old penny? Think again. Every time you empty your pockets, glance at your junk drawer, or go through your coin stash, you could be overlooking a small, copper-colored ticket to early retirement. Let that feeling settle in for a moment, the quiet dread that you may have already spent one without knowing its value. It's not just about having the coin, it's about not knowing you had it. Here's where it gets exciting and urgent. The market for rare pennies is heating up. With each passing month, fewer and fewer of these 1993 no-mint mark pennies are left in the wild. As collectors snatch them up and vault them away, their value continues to skyrocket. What was worth $100,000 a decade ago is now $1.2 million, and some experts predict even higher prices in the next few years. This isn't just a story about a rare coin. It's a reminder that wealth doesn't always come in loud, flashy ways. Sometimes, it comes in the form of an overlooked penny sitting quietly in a desk drawer or an old piggy bank. The question is, will you be the one to find it or the one who throws it away? You're standing at a crossroads right now. On one side, you can continue seeing your spare change as spare change. Or you can look deeper, with the knowledge that just one rare coin could completely change your life. Ask yourself this: if there was a 1 in a million chance you had something worth $1.2 million, would you check? Would you look? And if you're wondering what to look for, stay with me, because in the next video, we'll break down the specific traits of the 1993 no-mint mark penny, how to identify the real deal from fakes, and what to do right now if you think you have one. You don't want to miss it. Trust me, before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't be the last to know about the rarest and most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single opportunity, because the next penny could be your $1 million moment. Here's something to chew on: most people spend their entire lives chasing wealth, climbing ladders, working harder than ever, when all along, one small overlooked treasure could have changed everything. Sounds wild, right? But these coins are no myth. They're real, rare, and in high demand. And the best part? The one we're diving into today has already made headlines for its shocking value, a whopping $1.3 million, and yes, collectors are actively seeking it. Now, before you rush to check your coin jars, let me take you through the fascinating journey of this particular penny. Because its story isn't just about copper and cents, it's about history, error, discovery, and massive opportunity. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know what makes this coin priceless, but you'll also have the tools to spot one yourself. Let's rewind the clock to 1976, the year of America's bicentennial. Everyone was celebrating freedom, legacy, and national pride. But deep in the Denver Mint, an unnoticed error was being stamped into circulation. An error that would later become one of the most desirable and valuable misprints in modern coin history. And now, we're not just talking about an ordinary penny. This is a 1976 D. Lincoln Memorial cent that, due to a minting mishap, came out with a highly rare and dramatic die clash error. Some versions show doubling in Lincoln's bust, others have partial dates or ghosted features on the reverse. A few even display signs of off-center strikes, weak strikes, or misaligned dies, each of these variations causing the coin to shoot up in value like a rocket. And while you might think, well, how rare can it really be? Let me hit you with this. Out of the billions of pennies minted in 1976, only a handful have these unique error features. That's like winning the coin lottery, and yet, most people have no idea they're even holding something valuable. It's like walking past a gold nugget every day and never stopping to look down. But here's where it gets exciting: these coins aren't just museum pieces. They're being sold today, in this market, for upwards of $1.3 million. Why? Because collectors, investors, and wealth builders are all hunting for that perfect error coin to complete their collection, and they are willing to pay a premium to own one. Now think about that: a coin worth a cent in your hand, flipping into $1 million asset in the right collector's showcase. Let that sink in. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. You're probably thinking, how do I know if I have one of these? That's the cliffhanger we've been building toward. So here's the step-by-step revelation. If you've got a 1976 penny with a D mint mark right under the date, examine it closely under light. Look for any doubling, off-center features, or unusual markings, especially in Lincoln's face, the date, or the word liberty. Sometimes the error is so subtle, you'll miss it without a magnifier. And now here's a humorous thought: what if your spouse has been tossing these little treasures into parking meters all along? Might be time to start a new coin audit at home, huh? But in all seriousness, this isn't just about luck. It's about awareness. Coins like the 1976 D-era penny are still out there. People are finding them in pocket change, estate collections, old piggy banks, and inherited jars, and cashing in big. The demand is not slowing down; if anything, it's skyrocketing. More coin collectors, more investment interest, more million-dollar sales. And there's never been a better time to act. You might feel a rush of excitement, and you should. But don't wait too long. Because while the supply is dwindling, the value keeps climbing. And the longer these coins stay hidden, the more dramatic their worth becomes. So here's your next move: don't just watch this and walk away. Go check your change. Look through that jar. Talk to your parents or grandparents. These coins are out there, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. And now, that someone is you. And if you want to keep learning which coins can turn your couch change into a life of luxury, hit that subscribe button right now. Because we're uncovering real coin values, real market trends, and real life stories of people just like you transforming forgotten cents into fortunes. Don't miss your moment. The 1976 D-era penny already made millionaires. Maybe the next one is sitting in your home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next treasure hunt. Now I know what you're thinking. A penny? Seriously? But what if I told you that some of the most unassuming coins in your home are the very ones that collectors are aggressively hunting right now? The 1975 no-mint mark penny has become one of the most coveted coins in the market today, not because of its age, but because of its rare error, stunning condition, and an explosive collector demand that has driven its value into the millions. To understand why this coin is worth $1.4 million today, let's take a trip back in time. In 1975, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies. Most came with mint marks: D4 Denver, S4 San Francisco, and blanks, no mint mark, from Philadelphia. But that's not where the value lies. The jackpot lies in the subtle errors, double die strikes, off-center minting, and even rare planchet errors. These aren't accidents, they're anomalies in the minting process that elevate a coin from common to elite. Think of it like a rare misprint on a famous painting or an autograph with the artist's signature upside down. These flaws, in the coin world, drive value sky high. Now here's where things get exciting. One particular 1975 penny, with no mint mark, was discovered with a double die obverse, a doubling of the date and lettering that's barely visible to the naked eye, but absolutely magnetic to coin collectors. This penny, preserved in near-mint condition and authenticated by expert grading services, shocked the numismatic world when it fetched $1.4 million in a private collector sale. And since then, demand has skyrocketed. Want to hear the crazy part? That coin was found in a box of inherited change. Someone's dusty old piggy bank just became a millionaire maker. Are you checking your coin jar yet? You probably should be. Here's the truth most people never hear. Coins like the 1975 no-mint mark penny aren't just rare, they're rising in value fast. Why? Because the collector base is booming. With more and more investors turning to rare coins as tangible assets, the demand for error pennies has exploded, and there's no slowing down. It's not just a collector's hobby anymore, it's a serious wealth strategy. Think about this: while others are struggling to find side hustles, you might already have a 6- or 7-figure payday sitting quietly in your home. The difference is, they don't know what to look for. But you do now. This penny isn't just about money, it's about legacy. It's about transforming forgotten pieces of history into a future of financial freedom. So yes, while others scroll past this video, you're watching because you know there's something powerful in owning your financial story. And this could be the chapter that changes everything. Now, before we wrap up, here's your cliffhanger. There are still 1975 no-mint mark pennies with these errors out there, undiscovered. Experts believe fewer than 50 have surfaced, which means dozens more are hiding. Could the next millionaire coin be in your kitchen drawer? Your car's cup holder? That shoebox in the attic? If this video sparks something inside you, if you're excited, even just curious about the treasure that might be right under your nose, then it's time to take the next step. Subscribe to this channel now and join a community of everyday Americans uncovering extraordinary wealth from the most unexpected places. Every week, we share insider tips, coin identification guides, and market updates to help you unlock the hidden fortune you didn't even know you had. Don't just let this be another video you watch and forget, let it be the beginning of your journey to a life of financial abundance. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny from 1982 marked with a humble little D from the Denver Mint could be your golden ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. But here's the twist, not all 1982 D pennies are created equal. One rare coin slipped through the cracks of history, and now it's one of the most sought after and valuable error coins in the world. What makes it so special? What mistake turned a common cent into $1 million treasure? Keep watching, because you might just realize you've been sitting on a fortune without knowing it. Back in 1982, the US Mint was in transition. Inflation was rising, copper was getting expensive, and a decision was made to switch the penny's composition from 95% copper to a cheaper zinc core coated in copper. That year, the mint produced both copper and zinc pennies, and here's where things get exciting. Most of the Denver Mint coins had a small D below the date and were struck in zinc. But somewhere in that chaos, a mistake happened. A few 1982 D pennies were mistakenly struck on copper planchets, leftover blanks from before the transition. This error created one of the most legendary rarities in modern coinage, the 1982 D small date copper penny. Fewer than 5 are believed to exist, making it a numismatic unicorn, and collectors are willing to pay insane amounts for it. Now, here's a funny thought to reset your focus. What if the penny your kid just swallowed playing pirate was worth more than your car? Not suggesting an X-ray treasure hunt, but seriously, it's time to start checking your change with the eyes of a hawk. This is not just another old coin story, this is a real opportunity. The last confirmed 1982 D small date copper penny sold for an eye-watering $1.5 million in a private auction. And experts believe there may be more out there, untouched, ungraded, forgotten in drawers, hidden in jars, or slipped into tip jars at diners across America. What's even more thrilling is that this coin looks so ordinary that even seasoned collectors can miss it. But if you know what to look for, your hands could be the ones to hold the next millionaire penny. So how do you know if your 1982 D penny is the one? The copper version will weigh 3.11 grams, while the zinc version is lighter at 2.5 grams. All you need is a digital scale, a bit of curiosity, and maybe a warm cup of coffee to start sorting. But remember, these errors are in high demand, and the window to cash in could close as more are discovered and the value levels off. If you find one and get it authenticated, the potential payout could change your life, retire early, pay off your home, or even fund the dream beach house you keep pinning on your vision board. Still think pennies are just spare change? Here's a question to jolt you awake. If someone offered you $1.5 million for one coin, would you even recognize its worth before tossing it into a Coinstar? That tiny, copper-colored circle might just be the wealth you've been praying for. And here's your cliffhanger, because one of the coins just recently surfaced in a suburban garage sale, sold with other junk change for less than $5. Don't let someone else get rich off your treasure. The world of rare coins is no longer just for historians or hardcore collectors. It's for everyday Americans like you, people who are ready to turn old memories into new money. So, start hunting, keep dreaming, and never underestimate the power of what's already in your possession. And if you want to learn more about rare pennies, valuable nickels, and coins that can completely transform your financial future, hit that subscribe button right now. We're diving into one of the most talked about treasures in recent numismatic history, the 1997 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's turning everyday Americans into millionaires. Now, before you toss that penny aside or let it slip into a vending machine, stop. Because what if you're sitting on one of the rarest error coins in the country? A coin in high demand among elite collectors. A coin so rare that the right buyer would pay more for it than a luxury car or even a house. Back in 1997, the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies. Most were perfectly normal, nothing special. But among them, a tiny handful slipped through the cracks. These error coins, stamped with rare misalignments, double dies, or off-center strikes, became the unicorns of the penny world. One such 1997 D penny, due to its striking error and pristine condition, has been valued at a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. And yes, it still looks just like the one in your junk drawer. Crazy, right? Let's break it down. What exactly makes this particular coin worth more than some people's entire retirement savings? And more importantly, how can you know if you have one? Let's talk about value drivers. First, the error itself. In this specific 1997 D penny, a rare double die obverse where Lincoln's features, especially his eye and date, appear slightly doubled, takes center stage. The minting error is subtle but powerful. Second, we're looking at mint luster and preservation. Coins that remain untouched, uncirculated, or hidden away in albums tend to retain their brilliance. The fewer the scratches, the higher the value, but the real fuel driving the price is collector demand. Rare U.S. coins have surged in popularity over the past decade, with private collectors, investors, and even celebrities entering the scene. The 1997 D-era penny has become a white whale, elusive, mysterious, and highly prized. As fewer coins of this kind surface, the price continues to climb. And here's the kicker: it could still be out there, waiting in a pocket, a drawer, or tucked away in grandma's jar of old coins. Feeling that heartbeat spike? That's excitement, and a bit of urgency. Because once news spreads, more eyes will be scanning, and your chance to cash in may vanish as quickly as it arrived. So let's keep going, because if you think that's wild, wait until you hear what one collector did when he found one. He almost spent it on a coffee. Yep, he had no idea. Just another penny, until a friend, who happened to be into coin collecting, spotted something strange. That 1-cent piece turned into a life-changing payday. Want to know how he confirmed it and how you can do the same? Here's where it gets real. If you suspect you have a rare coin, especially one like the 1997 D penny with known errors, get it appraised by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Their certification can elevate your coin's legitimacy and market value instantly. And if you're thinking, well, I'm not an expert, don't worry. Most people who hit gold in this field started with zero knowledge, just a little curiosity and a willingness to learn. And now imagine this: you're walking into a coin show, holding what you thought was pocket change, and walking out with an offer that could pay off your mortgage or launch your dream business. That's not a fantasy, it's already happened to others. And it can happen to you. And here's a little reset for your brain: why is it that we guard our lottery tickets like gold, but treat old coins like trash? Makes you wonder, right? The truth is, these opportunities won't last forever. As more of these rare coins are found and locked away in private collections, prices will spike and availability will plummet. The window to act is open now, but it's closing fast. So go check your coin jars. Search those forgotten drawers, old wallets, and inherited boxes from grandparents. That 1 cent you keep overlooking could be your ticket to a better future. The 1997 D penny error is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of overlooked value, a reminder that wealth doesn't always come in grand packages. Sometimes, it comes stamped in copper. And if you found this story inspiring, hit that subscribe button, because we have more tips, guides, and hidden treasures to uncover. Share this video with someone who's sitting on a pile of change. Who knows, you might just change their life. Remember, in the world of rare coins, knowledge is money. Stay curious, stay inspired, and never underestimate a penny. You're casually going through a dusty old jar of pennies tucked away in the back of a kitchen drawer. They're grimy, forgotten, maybe even stuck together. But buried in that pile is a small copper disc, unremarkable at first glance. Except, it's not just any penny. It's a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with a rare error, and it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, one small coin that could change your entire financial future. Welcome back to the channel where rare coins mean real money. If you're between 30 and 65, live in the US, and you've got a stash of old coins lying around, this video might just open the vault to your next chapter of wealth. And trust me, by the end, you'll be checking every penny in your home with laser precision. But before we dive into how and why this unassuming coin is commanding such obscene value, let me ask, when's the last time you really looked at your change? Not just glanced at it, but studied it like it owed you money? Because in this case, it literally might. Let's rewind to 1981, a transitional year for the US Mint. While most Lincoln pennies from this year bear a small D for Denver or S for San Francisco, a small number were struck in Philadelphia. And here's where it gets juicy: without a mint mark. That alone might not scream $1 million jackpot, but here's the twist: a limited batch of these no mint mark coins contain critical die errors, making them exceptionally rare and wildly valuable. These aren't minor flaws either. We're talking about doubling on the date, irregular lettering, and off-center strikes, errors that instantly elevate their value from pocket change to portfolio gold. And because these were struck before the full transition to the zinc core penny, they're made of nearly pure copper. That adds to their collectible status and boosts the stakes even higher. The demand? Explosive. High-end collectors, numismatic investors, even wealth preservation firms are scrambling to find these hidden treasures. And get this, auctions are becoming bidding wars, with prices skyrocketing into seven figures for pristine, era-laden examples. It's not just a coin anymore, it's a high-value asset wrapped in copper. And now, I know what you're thinking, come on, a penny? Yep. But here's a little reality check. Rare error coins are one of the most underestimated and undervalued markets in the US. Until they're not. Once demand outpaces supply, like now, prices go from interesting to insane. Now here's where things get exciting. If you're holding onto a 1981 no-mint mark penny, or better yet, a coin collection passed down from parents or grandparents, you might be sitting on a financial goldmine. These coins are no longer just collectibles. They are investment-grade assets, featured in elite auctions and high-profile collections. Every day, more of these rare pennies are discovered, authenticated, and bought up by private collectors. That means the supply is shrinking, and once they're gone, they're gone. No second chances. You don't want to be the person who had it and didn't know it. So now's the time to act. Go check your change jars, old piggy banks, coin folders, anywhere those old pennies might be hiding. Look for the 1981 penny with no mint mark, and look closely for oddities, errors, doubling, misstrikes. And if you find one, don't rush to a pawn shop. Consult a professional grading service. Verify the condition. Because the right combination of features could launch that penny's value to the $1 million mark, still think pennies aren't worth your attention? Well, let me put it this way, someone recently sold one of these for more than the cost of a 4-bedroom home in Texas. Imagine trading a single coin for generational wealth, and just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, in an upcoming video, I'll reveal the other coin from the 1980s that's quietly been selling for even more than this one. But you'll have to subscribe to catch that drop. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. Listen, most people go their whole lives without realizing the fortune hiding in plain sight. You're not going to be one of them. You're smarter. You're curious. You're ready to turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. This isn't just about pennies, it's about potential. It's about living that life of freedom, adventure, and yes, wealth. So go check your coins. Your $1 million mistake might just be waiting for you, right under your nose. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for weekly treasure hunting insights, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single coin that could change your life. Until next time, keep hunting, keep hoping, and keep flipping those pennies. Your future might just be one coin away. What if I told you there's a simple penny from 2011 that could change your life forever? No, seriously, what if that tiny copper-colored coin, the kind you might have tossed into a drawer or left in your car cup holder, was actually worth $1.8 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because the story behind the 2011 D-Mint Mark Penny error coin is not just real, it's a jaw-dropping revelation that's sending shockwaves through the world of rare coin collectors and savvy sellers alike. This isn't just another urban legend from the coin collecting community. This is a confirmed phenomenon, rooted in an extraordinary minting mistake that turned an ordinary Lincoln penny into one of the most sought-after collector's items on the market today. And here's the kicker, many people across the US are sitting on one of these hidden treasures and don't even know it. If you're one of them, you could be a millionaire and not even realize it yet. Let's rewind the clock to 2011. The Denver Mint was producing billions of standard Lincoln pennies, as it always does. But somewhere in that massive process, a rare error occurred. Whether it was a die clash, an off-center strike, or a double die anomaly, something went wrong in just the right way to create a rare collectible. These mint errors are incredibly valuable because they are so limited, so rare, and so incredibly difficult to fake. This is where things get exciting. Not only is the error unique, but the condition of the coin itself matters greatly. Most of these rare specimens that have surfaced are in near-perfect condition, graded as MS67 and higher. And here's the mind-blowing part, one of these exact 2011 D error coins was privately sold in an elite collector's auction for a staggering $1.8 million. Just imagine 1 cent turning into enough money to retire, buy your dream home, or fund your children's college education. Now that's the kind of plot twist no one saw coming. Let's pause for a second, check your pockets, your change jar, or even that dusty old coin folder you forgot about. Who knows? Maybe your fortune has been quietly waiting for you to notice it. Or better yet, maybe you already spent it on a cup of coffee back in 2012. Now that would be a tragedy. Coins like the 2011 D-era penny are not going to stay under the radar for long. As word spreads and more collectors get involved, demand is exploding. This coin is no longer just a collector's curiosity, it's a status symbol, a financial asset, and a gateway to a new lifestyle. We're talking about a tangible piece of metal that, due to an accidental glitch in the minting process, now holds power most people only dream of. This isn't just about selling a rare coin. It's about unlocking a new chapter in your financial future. There's an urgent need to act, because as awareness grows, more people are flooding the market, searching for these coins, pushing values higher. And if you're thinking, well, I'll check later, let me say this, later might be too late. The window is now. Opportunity doesn't knock twice on coins like this. Don't be the one who hears this story and forgets it tomorrow. Be the one who grabs a magnifying glass tonight and starts digging. The one who checks that old collection, the one who double-checks the jar of pennies before tossing it into a Coinstar machine. This isn't just about coins, it's about turning hidden potential into real, tangible wealth. And if you found this information valuable or even just thrilling, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'll be sharing more insights, more stories, and more tips on how you can turn forgotten change into financial transformation. This is just one coin. Imagine what else could be sitting quietly in your drawer, waiting to rewrite your story. Get ready to look at your pennies differently. Because from now on, every one of them could be your ticket to $1 million future.